or mobile power kits. All are compliant and reduce the combined leakage current of all connected equipment down to safe levels, under 100 microamps. Let's look at a few examples. This is a Tripp Lite medical grade UPS system. To ensure compliance, it features...
All right, we are live, and right from Omaha, I see you out there. Thanks for joining in. Got Charlie with me, Charlie Hume, from our transfer switch, right? You guys...
That's right, good morning.
Good morning, Charlie. So
From ASHE.
we're in Boston, in the Boston, hey, there you go, Robert. Thanks for letting us know in the chat, so show here. We just did a little jerry rig and got things working, and we dropped the big camera, and we're working off the computer. So, you, so Robert, let me know the audio. I know how to get through. Why don't you tell everybody about what's behind us? So this is the bypass isolation switch?
Yeah, this is Eaton's enhanced bypass isolation transfer switch. So we've taken our design that we've had on the market for over 15 years, and we've refined and tweaked it and enhanced it. And so this bypass isolation transfer switch is used in mission critical applications. And the unique thing about this particular design, and I don't know if you can see what we have behind us, but basically have a compartmentalized structure. You've got 1, 2, 3 compartments, and a lower door which houses the automatic transfer switch itself. The upper door houses the bypass switch, and then the third door houses all the control circuitry. And so with that, we're able to provide redundancy in the form of an automatic bypass switch, which is rather unique to the products that are out there on the market today. And we've also made this a lot safer for the worker as they perform the routine maintenance and inspection, which is what's really needed to provide a reliable piece of equipment.
So what is a bypass isolation switch? I mean, what does it do? I mean, it's all in one box, right?
It is. It's a single assembly. I think the easiest way, Tom, to think about this is it's 2 in 1. You've got essentially 2 transfer switches, or 2 automatic transfer switches in this design. And so typically your day-to-day operation is handled by the automatic transfer switch located in the lower compartment.
Okay.
But as you want to maintain and inspect without de-energizing the equipment, that's the key. When you want to do that, you bypass all the operation to the upper compartment, to the bypass switch. So that bypass switch then takes over and handles the operation while you're maintaining and inspecting or potentially repairing the lower compartment, the automatic.
Which is the actual automatic. When you say bypass, you're bypassing the transfer switch, and you are doing a manual transfer from the normal to the emergency in the upper compartment?
Correct. It's what's considered a make before break. So you're actually transferring the electrical load, which might be your lighting, some sort of motors, pumps, what have you, whatever you happen to be powering with this transfer switch. And you transition all those electrical loads from that lower compartment, that ATS, to the automatic bypass, and you do that seamlessly without a break in power to any of the electrical loads.
Excellent. So then you can safely work on the transfer switch, which is a high mechanical device. It needs maintenance.
Exactly.
How often do you do maintenance? A year, once every 10 years, once every 100 years?
So that's up to the individual facility and what their maintenance program is designed to do. You know, there is at least in the healthcare industry, there's a requirement to test the generator, which usually accompanies the transfer switch as one of the backup sources, to do that on a monthly basis. So you could, while you're performing that test, also perform a test on the automatic transfer switch. Now that might be a little too frequent for some, and so you might scale back to a quarterly or semi-annual type maintenance plan to be able to do that. And
healthcare probably has requirements from a maintenance perspective as part of NFPA 99 to perform on equipment. So healthcare, which is what we're at now, we're talking about healthcare. So healthcare does have some new requirements in NFPA 99 for maintenance, which I think didn't. So I think there's a lot of stuff going on with regard to maintenance.
Correct. NFPA 99, to a large degree, defers a lot of the maintenance, the specific maintenance activities, and the cadence for those activities to NFPA 110 Chapter 8. So that would be the place to really go look, and you'll see in that, especially in the annex for Chapter 8, it spells out specifically what activities you should be doing at what cadence.
Excellent. And then NFPA 70B, because I sit on NFPA 70B, and 70B is moving from a recommended practice to a standard, which you know, a bypass isolation switch is not just a healthcare solution, right? It's for any place where you have a transfer switch that you might see in an 700, 701, 708, whatever it is, and even it might be a 702. You may elect to put a transfer switch in, and then want that safety for the electrical worker and the reliability. So it's not just a code requirement, so to speak, but also a lot of people just associate backup power for some reason with emergency, you know, and the National Electrical Code and codes and standards, but it can be a design option for reliability, period.
That's right. And if you think about some of the types of systems that this is used in, and to Tom's point, that could be healthcare, that could be wastewater, that could be a data center, anything where it's really mission critical that power needs to remain uninterrupted to the load. At least for emergency systems and in healthcare, there is a requirement that if you should lose your primary source of power, so typically that's the utility, there's a 10-second requirement to restore power.
That's right.
So that would include starting a generator if that's the alternative source, and effectively transitioning from the utility to that source, all within a 10-second period. So we talked about the maintenance features on a product like this and how that allows you to perform maintenance. But there is a chance that while you're performing this routine maintenance regularly, that at that time, during that time, although unlikely, you could lose power. And so there's still the requirement to be able to restore power within 10 seconds.
Yeah, no, you're right. You know, and when you say unlikely, there was a gentleman on panel 13 from the state of Washington, Degnan, and he had an example. I can't remember if it was him or Dan. One of those guys had an example of their experience when they actually were performing maintenance and had an emergency need. And they didn't have bypass isolation. They had to bring a temporary generator, and I think that's what that discussion was going on in panel 13 when they were talking about that separate inlet being required. So if you only had one generator and you had to perform maintenance on the generator or on the equipment, then you have to have another inlet for a standby generator to be there when you need it. So there's so many levels of redundancy and so much importance when it comes to reliability from a safety perspective, but also, I mean, if you're counting on your backup power and you justify it based upon lots of product in a facility, whether it's a petrochem facility, a manufacturing facility, automotive, whatever it is, if you've justified that generator and the backup system because of the downtime and the loss of money, there's a whole nother reason you might need a transfer switch and a backup system. And you need to perform maintenance on it, because if you don't maintain it, that happened at a facility down in Alabama, and it was actually a prison. They had a fault. The main went out. The transfer went to start the generator started, and then it all shut down because they didn't have proper maintenance on the entire system.
Right.
And the gentleman who called me said, he goes, this is a light safety system. He says, we've maintained this generator for all these years. We've done all these things, but it's still, they didn't perform all the stuff they should have, you know, but and then you had a failure. So you have all that investment in that equipment, and when you need it, you want it to work.
Exactly.
You know? So,
you know, the impetus for Eaton enhancing this design actually came from one of our customers in the healthcare segment. They had a situation where a component within the transfer switch had failed. It was specifically a relay. It was a high voltage relay. It was 480 volts. And they couldn't afford to de-energize the equipment to replace the relay.
okay.
And their policies prevented a service technician from going in and working on 480 volts to actively go in and change that relay. So it was sort of this
Catch-22.
Catch-22. They couldn't afford to take the gear down, and they couldn't really, based on safety, couldn't go in and you know, access the relay to replace it.
Right.
And so that really spawned this enhanced design where, you know, this third compartment over here allows for the technician to actually de-energize that third compartment for the control circuitry to be able to then pull that out and access everything and repair it or replace it as needed or troubleshoot without energizing here or interrupting power to the load. So power still flows to the load and allows the worker more safely to be able to access and accomplish that maintenance.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. All right, so you're here at the ASHE convention talking about the bypass isolation transfer switch and talking safety and reliability, because that's what healthcare is all about.
Exactly.
Cool. Thank you, Charlie.
All right, thank you, Tom.
I appreciate it. And Robert, thank you for letting me know. It's like whenever I move this microphone, these little connection points make it jadder, so I had to try to keep I got to put it on the tripod, so. All right, so we're going to do I'm going to sync it all to a standard screen, and we're going to try to find another in the Eaton Booth here at ASHE, so stay tuned.
Which Tripp Light solution should you sell to healthcare applications? In patient care areas, sell Tripp Light medical grade UPS systems, isolation transformers, or mobile power kits. All are compliant and reduce the combined leakage current of all connected equipment down to safe levels, under 100 microamps. Let's look at a few examples. This is a Tripp Light medical grade UPS system. To ensure compliance, it features a built-in isolation transformer. To guard against downtime, it provides battery backup during blackouts, bridging the gap between when utility power fails and when facility generators are engaged. Automatic voltage regulation supports equipment through low or high voltage indefinitely without battery power. To guard against damage, all models include built-in surge suppression and line noise filtering. All models also include free Power Alert data-saving software and hospital-grade outlets and plugs indicated by the green dot on the outlet and the green dot on the plug. If downtime is not a concern, sell them a Tripp Light medical-grade isolation transformer. They include many of the same features as a UPS, but not battery backup. They include built-in isolation transformers, surge suppression, line noise filtering, and hospital-grade outlets and plug. Customers use these products not only to maintain compliance, but to clean or condition their power as well. If your customer simply wants to add additional outlets while still maintaining compliance, then sell them a Tripp Light medical grade power strip. This product distributes power but doesn't include any power protection. Unlike UPS systems and isolation transformers, power strips do not have to reduce leakage current to remain compliant. Here is a mounted version of the power strip. One common customer response you may hear is, "I thought you couldn't use power strips in patient care areas." Your answer should be, you couldn't until now. Tripp Light's medical grade power strips are unique, meeting a different standard than common power strips, so that they are compliant for use in patient care areas. Tripp Light now offers the first medical grade power strip with surge suppression that is agency approved for use in patient care areas. It protects connected equipment from damaging surges and spikes in patient care areas, where surge suppression on a power strip has otherwise not been available in the past. It is the first and only power strip that provides surge suppression and meets UL 60601-1 guidelines for use in patient care areas, with more features than a standard power strip. Aside from including superior safety features that protect the patient, the addition of surge suppression now protects connected equipment from damaging surges, allowing healthcare facilities to lengthen the lifespan of their equipment and ultimately reduce costs. If your customer needs power for mobile medical carts, then sell them Tripp Light medical grade mobile power retrofit kits. Here's one mounted on a medical cart. It includes a battery to support mobile equipment for up to 12 hours. A smart battery charger helps extend battery service life and ensures faster cart rotation between shifts. PowerAlert data-saving software is included, along with a remote user interface and mounting hardware compatible with most popular carts.
The presence of germs on frequently touched surfaces is a growing concern. Tripp Lite's new hospital-grade charging stations provide peace of mind, especially for users of shared devices. They're perfect for medical facilities, classrooms, corporate offices, and retail stores. Interior and exterior surfaces feature a patented antimicrobial coating with silver ionic technology. This coating is 99.9% effective in inhibiting the growth of bacteria, viruses, mold, and fungi. Inside the enclosures, timer-controlled UVC lights disrupt the DNA of microorganisms, providing disinfection without the use of heat, liquids, or chemicals. If a door is opened during the timer cycle, the lights automatically shut off for safety. Outside the enclosures, 2 LEDs indicate when chargers are activated. Available in AC and USB models, these innovative new products charge, secure, and sanitize up to 32 tablets or Chromebooks. All models support wireless syncing. Heavy-duty steel construction provides safe and secure storage. Lockable doors deter theft of devices and power adapters. For organization, device slots are numbered and have removable dividers to accommodate larger devices. To reduce clutter, all models feature built-in cable management. Toolless access panels conceal cord slack while providing easy access to outlets or USB ports. Tripp Lite's hospital-grade charging stations are in stock and ready to ship, unlike most competitor models. For more information, contact your Tripp Lite sales representative or visit tripplite.com. Thank you for your interest in Tripp Lite products. The presence of germs on frequently touched surfaces is a growing concern. Tripp Lite's new hospital-grade charging stations provide peace of mind, especially for users of shared devices. They're perfect for medical facilities, classrooms, corporate offices, and retail stores. Interior and exterior surfaces feature a patented antimicrobial coating with silver ionic technology. This coating is 99.9% effective in inhibiting the growth of bacteria, viruses, mold, and fungi. Inside the enclosures, timer-controlled UVC lights disrupt the DNA of microorganisms, providing disinfection without the use of heat, liquids, or chemicals. If a door is opened during the timer cycle, the lights automatically shut off for safety. Outside the enclosures, 2 LEDs indicate when chargers are activated. Available in AC and USB models, these innovative new products charge, secure, and sanitize up to 32 tablets or Chromebooks. All models support wireless syncing. Heavy-duty steel construction provides safe and secure storage. Lockable doors deter theft of devices and power adapters.
And there we go. And hold on.
And a little bit too.
Awesome. Oh wait, here we go. Just like that, right? Is that good?
There you go.
Let's just get.
There you go.
Oh yeah, that sounds good. All right. So John Domingo.
Yes.
All right. Welcome to the channel. We are on my YouTube channel. So.
All right. Excellent.
And so talk about Tripp Lite. I mean, Tripp Lite's kind of cool product. You all listed,
Definitely.
I know that.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So Tripp Lite's been around in the healthcare industry for a little bit over 20 years.
20 years.
We create multiple different power strips and power protection for the user end. And so today we're actually releasing our brand new UL 2930 power strip.
2930?
Yep.
So what's 2930?
So UL 2930 is basically, what it means is basically redundant ground protection. Right? So
cool, that's this extra pin.
That is the extra pin, yes. So ours is actually pretty unique in a way.
Let's bring it in.
where it utilizes a single plug with 2 ground pins on it that's attached. What that does is it creates redundancy and it increases protection not only from the actual wall itself, but it extends it all the way out to the power strip, so that you can actually, so in essence, anything that you plugged on here has the redundant ground instead of being at the wall, right?
Okay, okay.
So that's the increased level of protection that you're seeing now.
That's awesome.
And so, yeah, so it's just...
So you have to have so this takes a standard receptacle would be in the wall, and this is the ground pin from the bottom, and that's the ground pin from the top. Okay.
So what it does is it'll actually utilize the 2 grounding junctions on a junction box. So you have the green wire that's attached to the ground itself, and then you also have the junction box as a grounded conductor, right?
Cool.
So it'll utilize that ground.
Excellent, excellent. So what else does Tripp Lite make?
So above and beyond our power strips, we're capable of, we actually offer not only the power strips, but UPS. A single phase UPS for medical backup that's fully isolated already.
Okay, okay.
What else we offer? Mobile solutions, as in mobile power supplies. So if you charging station with antimicrobial coating on there, it's powder coated, and it can house, depending on what you're looking for, it can house laptops, tablets, phones, right? So healthcare right now, they're utilizing phones for paging systems, and when you're talking to like clinicians and nurses, doctors, right? So utilizing that itself, we created a USB charging station with antimicrobial, and on top of that UV disinfection on there, so that it will clean the phones when they're not using it. Right?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So we can't wait to bring those out. It is just released into the market for other than healthcare for right now. Okay. So we're talking about school systems and like offices right now, but moving forward, we're going to be releasing it for the actual healthcare division, and so we're looking forward to that.
That is absolutely awesome. Yeah. Tripp Lite. Where did they get the name Tripp Lite?
So Tripp itself, so prior to working on power strips or any kind of power protection, Tripp Lite actually started off with selling light bulbs. So we actually started selling headlamps for automotive vehicles, like way back when the owner first started. So it started from there. Then it started into emergency lighting, basically anything like for ambulances, police cars and whatnot. And then it switched over to interior emergency lighting. And then I think after that, then we started looking into power protection.
That's pretty cool.
So Tripp Lite is very vast in what they've released so far,
Excellent.
but healthcare is one of their more prominent entity in ways of just being an offshoot of what we've done for the IT.
And you guys have USB listed, UL listed. I mean, that was the other thing that I found really cool, was that those little USB items that you put into a receptacle that you charge your phone with, most of those aren't listed to anything.
They're not.
And we have actual UL listed products, and that is just an exclamation point on safety and transparency for the user who's buying them.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so one thing Tripp Lite Eaton's all about is that we're all about safety, right? We're always looking to increase our safety, which is the reason why we released this UL 2930 product. So beyond that, all of our power strips that we provide for healthcare are listed. So everything from UL 60601, which is highest protection right now, to UL 2930, which is what we have here, and then also UL 1363A, which is a specialty relocatable tap that can be mounted just specifically on mobile parts. So, and then also, like you said, USB chargers that are UL60601. We're basically one of the only ones that offer that.
Cool.
Type of listing, so.
That's excellent. Thanks, Jim.
No, thank you.
I appreciate it. All right,
No problem.
everybody. You saw it here, Eaton Booth. Take care, stay safe, and please stay healthy. We're going to sign off. So, going back to standby. Maybe we'll go live again. I don't know. We'll see. Soon. Cool beans.
Audio was good?
Yeah, audio came up.
The presence of germs on frequently touched surfaces is a growing concern. Tripp Lite's new hospital-grade charging stations provide peace of mind, especially for users of shared devices. They're perfect for medical facilities, classrooms, corporate offices, and retail stores. Interior and exterior surfaces feature a patented antimicrobial coating with silver ionic technology. This coating is 99.9% effective in inhibiting the growth of bacteria, viruses, mold, and fungi. Inside the enclosures, timer-controlled UVC lights disrupt the DNA of microorganisms, providing disinfection without the use of heat, liquids, or chemicals. If a door is opened during the timer cycle, the lights automatically shut off for safety. Outside the enclosures, 2 LEDs indicate when chargers are activated. Available in AC and USB models, these innovative new products charge, secure, and sanitize up to 32 tablets or Chromebooks. All models support wireless syncing. Heavy-duty steel construction provides safe and secure storage. Lockable doors deter theft of devices and power adapters. For organization, device slots are numbered and have removable dividers to accommodate larger devices. To reduce clutter, all models feature built-in cable management. Toolless access panels conceal